Hi, everybody. Thanks
Hi,
for joining.
everybody.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today for our question Q&A theme on gardening in the time of the virus. And we've got Master Gardener Lundt Karpf joining us. Right, Andy?
Yep, she is a master gardener, and she is my wife, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, that's so great. So Olga recently gave me a bunch of herbs that I was able to plant out in the pots that I have, and we thought it would be fun to hear about what she's doing in her garden and how she's doing it, and maybe talk a little bit about the Master Gardener designation.
Absolutely. Well, I recently graduated as a Master Gardener. It's a program that takes place in September and goes through October, mid-October. And once certified, we become somewhat of masters. We still continue our training throughout the year. We're continually learning. Once we have the designation, we have to keep it up, and it requires a lot of different time giving back to the community, to rec centers, to senior centers, and we also offer services for young boys and girls that are in the prison system.
Yeah. And is that you do gardens with them?
Absolutely. We actually bring them into the orchard, which, by the way, is located right off of Windmill and 215.
Cool.
And they'll release them to us for a day, and we'll work out in the garden. They'll learn about pruning. They'll learn different aspects of growing things at different times of the year, and they become a helpful workforce in the garden as well. And it's good for them as well.
Okay, what was the cost to become a master gardener? Was there a cost for that?
Actually, the cost is a nominal fee, and actually I think that fluctuates from year to year. But it was under $200 for the training and all the books and supplements that you need.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
So Olga, you want to show us your garden?
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do is turn the camera around here for a moment, and we are going to be facing the south side of my garden, and you'll see it's very sparse in comparison to what you'll see for things facing north. So this is a hot spot. So basically I'm going to turn you around. So as you can see, it's very hot here, very sparse, typical of a south view. It's very difficult to grow here in Nevada with a south-facing sun. However, because of the canopy of my neighbors, and you'll see, hopefully you're seeing all these wonderful trees here. African sumac. You can see, as I turn the camera, that it is very dense. And a lot of that is due to this wonderful canopy of African sumacs that my neighbor grew over the years. Without it, everything you see here would scorch.
Wow. So you don't want your neighbor to be trimming his trees. You want them to be growing over your wall.
Absolutely. I always let them know I enjoy the trees. Bring on the canopy.
Don't trim them.
And so what this canopy does is it forms a beautiful biosphere, and it protects the trees from that harsh east-facing sun that actually hits this west-facing wall. Without the canopy, that would be a scorching hot wall. So over here, I'll show you a couple of things that I've been working on this year. This is chocolate mint.
Ooh, you gave me some of that. It tastes and smells so good.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
And then over here, we have some lovely lemongrass growing quite nicely. All these are, I got all from little plugs that didn't have any roots, and They just rooted themselves.
You know, I've got mine growing in a place that's pretty shaded. Is that a good idea? Because I notice yours is shaded.
Yes, it does get early morning sun though, and then
Oh,
partial shade in the afternoon. And
okay.
that's a perfect ideal location
Okay.
for really growing most herbs, especially. You'll see the herbs here. You'll see some Thai basil growing very nicely. And over here, I gave you some Tulsi basil.
Yeah. Tell me now,
Uh,
what am I supposed to do with that? What's Tulsi basil? What?
oh, Tulsi basil is actually, it's asked for in many recipes, Asian and
Oh,
Indian. So Tulsi basil, there are many varieties of Tulsi basil. I believe there's 5 to 6, and they all come from India.
oh, okay.
So,
I love making curry, so I could just throw some in there.
oh, absolutely. You can stir fry with them as well.
Mm.
And you can make a most sumptuous tea. I mean, the flavor is to knock your senses out. And of course, the smell is really quite intoxicating.
So I notice your leaves are pretty big and healthy looking. I've noticed that
Yes.
I have friends in my garden who are like helping themselves to some of the leaves.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything I can do that isn't bad to maybe get the plants ahead of the visitors?
Yeah, actually. And you know, you hate to do it, but you really need to cut down. Once you see it flowering,
Oh,
you
that's
you
happening.
wanna yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? Once it starts flowering, it stops growing densely. And so what happens is that, again, we're talking about canopies. It's forming canopy on top of the smaller leaves.
Uh-huh.
So what we need to do is trim the tops, even though we don't want to, dry them, so that these lower layers
Oh, okay.
of leaves can come through. You
Uh-huh.
see?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so even though I did take the blooms off and actually threw them in a stir fry,
Excellent,
but I
excellent.
should actually, well, they're not, your plants are bigger than mine, so.
Yeah, but you can cut them back considerably,
Okay,
you know,
and
up
they'll
to
come
two
back
to
again.
three inches.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely, because you're letting all that wonderful underbrush come through.
All right. You know,
Okay.
it's like thinning fruit. You hate to do it, but you need to do it.
Absolutely. Usually nature will do it for you, but sometimes you've got to get in there and do it yourself.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then over here we have some blue basil, also related to the tulsi
Mm.
that I gave you,
Mhm.
another relative. And this gives a beautiful blue flowers, a great smell.
Mhm, mhm.
Then over here we have gorgeous cardinal basil, and that's going to give some deep red flowers when it's ready.
Wow,
Fabulous.
that's fun. You
Okay.
grown all these from seed, right, Olga?
Oh, yeah, that's the fun part. I started all of these from seed and never thought in my wildest imagination that they would grow so prolifically and so beautifully.
My neighbor brought me over some dill that,
Oh, lovely.
and so I've taken the seeds and planted them in an eggshell carton to see what happens. So maybe I'll be able to give you some dill.
Absolutely. Let's see. I'm not sure that planting dill is the right time of the year right now.
Oh!
Yeah, that's why master gardening is so important
When should
because
when should I do my, so maybe I should just save the seeds then.
yeah, I can get back to you on that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Okay.
So over here you'll see the butterfly bush. You'll see these beautiful, gorgeous little delicate flowers.
And it's called the
Um,
butterfly tree?
the butterfly bush.
Butterfly bush. Oh.
Magnet for hummingbirds and bees. And this is a Caribbean guava tree. Look how fabulous that's growing.
Have you ever gotten a
If you
guava
notice,
off it yet?
oh, absolutely. I get a
Oh,
few every year.
oh, nice.
And they're actually tasty. They taste just like the Caribbean
Just
ones.
like that, yeah. I've
Yeah.
eaten them off the tree in Dominica.
Oh, girl, then you ate the best. If you notice, you know, here in Nevada, we try to keep everything trim and pretty and bright, but garden beds need a lot of good nutrients. from plant material. So you can tell that everything here is rich in nutrients. There is no, I'm not using any form of fertilizer at all. It's not necessary. As long as these beds are provided with natural plant material. Yeah. So the idea is to avoid these chemicals, you know? Over here, you'll see a plum tree. It's really given lots of fruit. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Yeah, go a little closer, Olga, so we can see the
Okay.
fruit a little better.
Sure. Let's see
There
if
we
we can
go.
get in here. Here
Oh,
Isn't that lovely? And I've intentionally kept this plum tree short. So I've topped it off quite a bit in an effort to eat the fruit before the birds do. So
oh,
we've
and
been
you've
able
got
to
it
net
covered with netting, don't you?
We do net. We do net. Yes. Yes. And that's the advantage of keeping your fruit trees at a relative size.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the only thing I assist with is putting the net on.
And eating the fruit, right?
Oh yeah.
And eating the fruit. And then here we have two pineapple guava trees that most people use here as hedging. And they hedging.
Oh, okay.
Pineapple
do-
guava.
Yeah, pineapple guava. And they hedge it so that it never bears fruit. However, these produce lovely, lovely fruit.
Can you get near one of the flowers, Olga? I don't see it.
Oh, you'll see it?
No.
Not here?
There it is. Lower. A little bit lower.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Isn't that
oh,
gorgeous
Michelle, isn't that
flower?
beautiful?
A little lower.
Like that?
No, lower. No, I'm sorry. It's to the side a little bit now. There you go.
Oh.
Okay, we can see
Can
it.
I move on? Okay, good. Okay. So anyway, so if you look in here, you'll see many that are already flowered and they're ready to fruit, and these won't be ready till October. Then over here we have our massive orange tree that it's a 3-year-old tree, and it was shorter than me when we planted it, and it's just massive. This year, instead of bearing tons of fruit, what it did was it just bushed out completely, and the majority of the fruit is hidden within the interior of the orange tree. So that's really fun.
Yeah.
Then over here is the mighty guava tree. Pomegranate tree. Look at how large it's gotten. It's just
Go close
full.
to some of the pomegranates. There you go.
Just full of pomegranates. Large, and they're just gorgeous. For this year, if anybody's interested, for this point of the year now, we're in May, the only thing you can plant right now actually you can plant watermelons, cucumbers, anything in that family grows very well at this time of the year. But for the most part, our garden now is just maintenance, keeping it safe and secure from the heat and hoping that all works out well. But you can see how beneficial that lovely canopy has been.
Olga, you think you could show the chirimoya tree? Lisa might know what that is.
Oh, yes, it's such a baby. She may have encountered this tree when it was very large. It's similar to a sugar apple tree, but there are its leaves.
Yeah.
Do you know that, Lisa?
fuzzy.
Yeah.
Chirimoya?
Yes.
I know you know the fruit.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so it's been really, I didn't show you my cactus research area. Let's show you that. It's behind. Here we go. Can you see can you see the research area?
Yes.
She has some unusual cactus, and she also has several that.
Are you there?
Yep.
Okay. I lost Andy.
Oh, he was talking.
So anyway, you can see that there's so much coverage.
That is.
It's crazy.
You know what?
You can.
We have a small yard, this just shows you don't need a big yard to do this. Our lot is not very big. We have a 1-story house, so it takes up the percentage of the yard. But Olga's managed to grow anything she wants in that small area.
And once again, not with the best facing yard either. And the canopy, again, I just am so grateful for it. So as I'm walking forward here, you'll see how sparse this is. Are you seeing the difference now?
Yes.
See that? That's our hot spot. So the only things we have growing here are the pomegranate and the desert orchid.
That's another pomegranate. That's a small pomegranate right there that she just started.
It's the baby pomegranate. And here we have a lovely California barrel cactus.
He's big.
Yeah, we've had him for almost 20 years now.
Yeah,
the big
we bought
boy.
him. He was just little.
Oh my God. Olga, can
And
you
so-
step back from it and just kind of,
There you go, lower. There you go, Ogie.
yeah. Oh, wow. That's like a baby.
Yeah.
Your baby.
Yeah. Oh,
You don't have
yeah.
to send them to college. I like that.
And then over here, I'm starting what is, I think, one of the smartest ways to compost here in Southern Nevada, which is leaf composting.
What kind?
Leaf composting. All leaves, nothing but leaves. And just have it there, make it cook, have it cook, water it every now and then. And by September, it's going to be pure soil.
Wow.
Really gorgeous. Good stuff.
That's pretty easy too, and you don't have to worry about anything because you're only using leaves, right?
You're exactly. Worry about rats or insects or anything. So it's fabulous. And then here's a bit of the rock garden going on. You can see that. Okay. So do you guys have any questions? Any chance?
Michelle, you have a question?
Oh, Michelle, we can't hear you. You don't show us being muted, but
Can you hear me now?
yes.
Yes.
I am a
Hi,
meth
Michelle.
killer. Hi. And I have tried so many times to grow basil, and they're great as long as I don't touch it. And as soon as I touch it, they die. And by touching it, I mean like, I'm just going to take 5 leaves to use in this sauce or something like that. But when I take the leaves, then the plant just dies. What's up with that?
Yeah. I think I find that is a common problem with the Genovese basil, the basil that we use for cooking Italian.
Oh.
And it's one of the reasons why I find that Genovese basil, I'll just buy the plant and use it up, and basically it kind of dies.
It's not just me. Oh, goody.
No, it's not just, it's meant to do that, sweetheart. Yeah. It's there for you to just harvest the hell out of it. And if anything happens afterwards, it does. Otherwise, you toss it.
Okay. Andy offered me basil, and I said, I'm going to kill it.
Well, here's the thing now. You'll find that the basils I'm growing, because they grow in hardier, and not as hardy places in the world, there's just more heat involved. These are more heat intensive basils, and they do really well. They're actually fuzzy. They're not as soft when you eat them. You have to actually bite into them for that flavor. But yeah, that's the advantage of these and cooking with these. But when it comes to the Genovese one, yeah, just buy it, use it, hack it up, throw it away.
I don't know. I'm glad it's not just a me thing.
No, it's always been my experience as well. They're hard to grow. But however, if you buy them from Star Nursery where they've already been hardened, which means they've been exposed to heat and cold and hot and light, then they fare better.
So don't
Yeah, I've been buying them just from
always buy them at Star.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's something
Absolutely.
that's similar that I could use in place of it that's a better type of basil then? Could I use the Asian basil in place of the Italian basil?
You know what? They just don't work.
It's yucky, huh?
Yeah, it's just not right. It's just
Okay.
the combination's not there. It's just
Irritating.
Asian cuisine is so full of herbs and produce and so many different things that these spicy basils lend themselves to just opening up the flavors on these types of on that type of cooking. Whereas, for our basic pasta, it's like it's weird. Thai basil and pasta, yeah.
I like it in like coconut Thai stuff, so I'll just use it for that.
Well, I was just thinking too, Olga, that, I know you have ties to the Caribbean, and so you're really familiar with that cooking too. And because it really is the original fusion that was all coming there, seems like the Asian basils could also just be thrown in a Caribbean style stew, or even rice and beans, and be fun.
You know it. And that Tulsi basil, please cook with that. See what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna. No, I think, tonight. I'm gonna do it tonight, since I need to be eating them anyway.
Hey, why don't you show your orchids?
Oh yeah, let's go inside.
She has quite the orchid collection going on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, what I do is I buy them after nobody wants them. After they flowered, so they're like $4. And then I revive them. Let's see. Here they are. Can you see them?
Go lower, Olga.
Okay, lower.
And further.
There.
Closer.
No, back.
Back.
Oh my gosh.
And okay, now show all of them. Go to the left. There you go. Yeah, she has like 6 of them.
So how long did it take you to get them to bloom again?
About 6 months. Every 6 months. Yeah.
Wow, I need some help, because I have a couple, and I've had one that did rebloom once, but it seemed like it took, a year and a half. And look at your.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I need some help with. So what do you do? What do you do with them?
Oh, okay. Well, these guys are it's really important, more than anything, to find the right location. If the window is if it's too hot, they're going to scorch. If it's not enough light, they're not going to bloom. Mm-hmm. So first things first, find the perfect location. And after that, religiously ice it with ice cubes every 3 days.
Oh, every 3 days. I've only been doing it once a week.
No, it's not enough. It's not enough. You'll see that your little leaves, they're going to look a little, they're going to feel a little thin. They're not going to feel juicy. Your leaves should look juicy.
Okay.
And after a period of doing that for every 3 days, every now and then you want to check it to make sure that it's not too waterlogged under the container. But the idea is that we try to not keep the tops from we want them not to dry out so much, and that's why we do the 3 cubes every 3 days.
3 cubes every 3 days. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah, you'll see it'll make a significant difference.
Yeah, those blooms are amazing.
I know. Those look better than when she bought them.
I bet.
Over a year ago.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, they didn't have blooms, so I wasn't quite sure what some of them were.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, good. Okay.
Good deal.
I can bring mine back.
Excellent.
Inspired me.
You can do it. Yeah. Oh, and one of them, sometimes they give babies. Let me see if I can show you this one. This one gave an offspring. See. Oh, there it is. Can you see it?
Lower. Yeah.
Hold on. Is that better?
A little bit lower. The way I turned it.
Like this?
There. Perfect.
There you go.
Okay, so the babies are the little green shoots coming up.
Yeah, this is the baby right here. See right there.
Yeah.
Okay. You can pull that off eventually, but we don't want to do it because right now it's flowering. And you can repot that. Isn't that cool?
Oh, so you would take it off, and would you stick it in a little water first, or just stick it straight in some dirt?
I'd have to do a little more research on that, but I really don't want to because it's so pretty and it looks happy.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it.
Yeah, no, I would too.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Great.
So, wasn't that fun?
That was fun.
A couple of things I might like at some point, maybe for you guys to be able to impart some information for me regarding the orchard, the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension Center. There is so much information there. There's manuals, there's fact sheets, there's publications, and
Can
anything
anybody
you
just
want to
go
learn.
there? Can anybody just go there?
Anyone can go there. And so what I'm hoping we'll be able to give our clients is the email, contact information, how to get free publications, our Facebook page.
Do you have that information on you?
Yes, I have it all on me, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to
Because we could put that
pass that.
in the chat box right now. If you want to tell me what it is, I will put it in the chat box.
Okay. So can I show you what I've got here? Actually, here. So let's see. Are we seeing? Are you seeing things right? Are you seeing okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So this is our brochure, one of our mini brochures here, bookmarks. It's got
You have
all
to
the
go
important
closer.
information.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Scott.
Phone number.
Olga, are they open right now with the virus?
Unfortunately, because of Corona, we're still not open.
Okay.
But they can still visit the Facebook page, and they can access.
Yeah. Okay, I can't see the LV Master Gardener.
Further back, Olga.
Master Gardeners at UNCE.
Oh, at Gardeners, it's plural. At
Yes, Gardeners is plural. Here, Andy's in.
UNCC.
Ask her if it's better.
Is that better? Can you see better, Lisa?
UNCC.UNR.edu. Okay.
UNCE.
Oh, UNCE.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It stands for University of Nevada Cooperative Extension.
at unce.unr.edu.
That's it.
Okay.
That's email.
Yeah.
But the most important, I think, thing for people is the free publications.
Mm-hmm. Can you go back for the Facebook page? Okay.
Sure. Facebook page. Yeah, sure.
Facebook. Too close.
Too close, honey.
It's Master Gardeners of Southern Nevada.
Got it. Master
Gardeners of Southern Nevada.
Southern. Okay. All right. What I'll do is I'll put these also in the comment. Copy and paste them. Put these in the comment section of the when we put this on Facebook.
Thanks. I really appreciate that because, you know, most people, none of us know how to garden in Southern Nevada. And so this is a research center. And because it's a research center, it's tried and true. So anything that can grow here, they have the information on.
That's cool. And normally during normal times when it would be open, we could go out and visit and pick up information. Anybody could go out and visit and pick up information, and
absolutely
some master gardeners hanging around. That's cool.
Always. We're on the phone. We're doing the hotlines. We're helping
we should
people.
Take a visit out there, Andy, once we can, and do a little.
It's lovely. That would be a lovely place for some photo ops too.
Yeah.
So pretty, and we can highlight the garden too in it. Okay.
Olga, do you want to show your assistant gardeners? I think they're right near you now.
Yes, I have one assistant gardener here. This one is named Jack. He's JJ. JJ.
Yes,
and
a distinguished character.
Very
Aw,
distinguished. Oh, look, notice his bed. Look at that bed.
yeah.
It's a $200 bed, baby. Woof. And here is Millie, Master
Aw.
Gardener Extraordinaire.
Oh, I bet. Oh,
All right.
Olga, thank
Yeah.
you for coming on. We appreciate your
that
time.
was so fun. So fun. Thank
Fabulous. So glad you enjoyed it. And I hope there's one little thing you learned.
I learned several things, actually. I
Yay.
took away a lot today. Big takeaways, especially about the
Wonderful.
orchids. I'm going to go out as soon as I get home and put some ice cubes out.
Find that right location. Not too hot, but not too shady.
Yeah, I think I've got them in the right place, but what's about the highest temperature they should be experiencing?
Orchids?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not quite sure about that, but I know that as long as we keep them away from a direct sunny window, we should be okay.
Okay, I think I have them in a good place.
Yeah.
So I'll do
As
that.
long as it's not direct.
Yeah, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Perfect.
Yay. Well, thank you.
You're
It's been
welcome.
fun.
Okay, same here.